Hi everyone, it's Karen Duke from Spruce Grove, Alberta. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I want to show you some samples of cards from the new mini catalog. The catalog is good until June, and there's just so much in here, and I don't know about you, but I need a starting point. When I start working on cards, I need some ideas and some inspiration, so today that's what I want to give to you. So if you want to follow along, I'm starting out on page 10 and 11 of the catalog. Valentine's, because this is the January till June catalog, of course we start out with Valentine's. The black and white paper, True Love designer paper, is really nice paper. Both sides have black and white patterns. There's some flowers, you can color them. You can put Wink of Stella on them. You can use your blends, your markers. You can color with a sponge. But here's a card showing that black and white paper. And above in the catalog, you can see the Blushing Bride, the Love You Always specialty papers. So there's 3 colors of specialty papers in that package. They are really pretty papers. I've got some more samples here. Again, the black and white paper, a little bit of color with the heart. The black and white baker's twine gives you just a little bit of pizzazz to your card. Here's the specialty paper again. This is a card that Dawn Griffith did. If you want to go check out her videos, Dawn's Stamp or Glitter Pit. She did a gorgeous card. So it's a little bit of a different fold. It folds down that way, and when you open it up, you've got the love in the middle, and you can do it with any of the 3 designer papers. So just pretty papers, little bit of ribbon. Then if you turn the page and go over a bit, you can see the another Valentine's idea, but you could certainly use this for whatever else you wanted. Hearts and kisses. So you've got the lipstick, you've got the lips, there's a little bit of shimmer paint on here. You'll see when we get further back in the catalog, these cute little hearts, they come in red and white. And this is a book fold card. So it's your full length of paper scored in half, but then it's scored another inch in and glued, so that when you go to open it, it opens up like a book. So a book fold card, Happy Galentine's Day. Again, the black and white paper, the lips. There's a punch to punch out the lips, so you don't need to worry about doing any fussy cutting. Then if you skip ahead to page 18 and 19, we've got this gorgeous Hydrangea Hill suite. So if you check out the catalog, you can see that Stampin' Up! Has suites and we have bundles. A suite is generally more money because the suite is everything on that page. So in this case, you get the designer paper, the stamp set, the dies, you get some ribbon, you get these pretty pastel pearls. So a suite, you get everything, whereas a bundle, you get a stamp set and a die, or maybe a stamp set and a punch, maybe a stamp set and an embossing folder. So on both of them, you end up saving money. Okay, on page 21, we've got this wrapped bouquet. Pretty card, and if you check out the background, this is one of the new embossing folders, and I'll show you when we get to that page. If I had to get just one embossing folder, it would be this. Really a versatile folder. Okay, and then turn the page. We've got our curvy. So before Christmas, we came out with the curvy dies, the curvy keepsake bundles. The Christmas paper, the Christmas words are gone, but now we have Quite Curvy, which has different birds. We've got dies to cut out the birds. One of the dies cuts out this side that has the fancy cuts. The other die cuts out this that has all the little dots. Really, really nice dies. And of course the words are photopolymer, so they bend to fit the curvy dies. Okay, this next bundle, check this out. These are all from the next bundle, which is page 27, Dragonfly bundle. So I'm going to be doing a class on this bundle, so pay attention if you are interested. I'll be sending out the details in the newsletter. So this bundle comes with the punch that punches the dragonflies and the stamp set. You can also order the paper. The designer paper that goes with this is really nice. Again, a little bit of Wink of Stella on the butterfly. Designer paper. Here's some of the designer paper from the big catalog, the textured designer paper. This was a swap that I did, and if you look, you can see this is vellum. And what I did was on the back side of the vellum, I colored with our alcohol markers and then dripped on rubbing alcohol. And the rubbing alcohol causes those markers to spread and gives you a really pretty look. And then, of course, a little bit of Wink of Stella on the wings of the dragonfly. Another one showing the designer paper. The dragonfly is just, the wings are stamped with one of the stamps, so you don't even have to color it. I love this set. Again, the designer paper. This time, she stamped the designer paper on the vellum. And then just a thin bit of gold under the words. Again, and this time you can see there's an acetate window in the card, so stamped with stays on, but you've still got lots of room to do your writing on the inside. The designer paper, pretty designer paper. If you don't like one side, for sure you'll like the other side, but just 4 different pieces of the designer paper. This suite also includes the little ladybugs, and you'll see those on a few of the cards. The punch punches out the big and the little dragonflies. So just a good use of the designer paper with the punches. I love the color in this. So this ribbon was carried over from the Christmas catalog, but it's kind of nice and airy and picks up the butterfly. I don't know if you can see, there you can, the script embossing folder in the background. So if you stamp first and then put it through that script embossing folder to do the words, I think this is just a gorgeous card, a little bit of ribbon. It has a knot in it, so it'll go through the mail. The little butterfly, a little bit of Wink of Stella on the wings, and just a very nice card that can be used for anything. Another one, there's a new technique, double dry embossing. And if you take a look at this, you can see that there's the brick embossing folder and the dandelion embossing folder. Try to show you a little bit better. So you can put your cardstock through 2 different embossing folders. The first one might flatten out a little bit, but whichever one you want to have more detail, do that as the second one. So again, this was embossed with gold embossing powder, but the 2 embossing folders. Circles are big this year. So we've got circles with the designer paper, the subtle embossing folder in the background, the little ladybug again, and those fit perfectly with our glue dots. Designer paper and the background stamp, 2 different designer papers there. For a true friend, you're an inspiration. A couple of the ladybugs. This one combines the curvy keepsakes, so just the side that had the holes punched out. Here we've got another book fold card. So again, you can see where the spine is glued, but it opens up like a book. The dragonfly on the front, and of course one of the ladybugs. Again, the designer series paper. The paper also has dragonflies that just happen to match our punches. So of course you can just take the paper, punch out a dragonfly. You don't have to cut, you don't have to color, and with a little bit more designer paper, you've got a card. And this again is one of the patterns in the designer paper. So keep your eyes open because I'll be doing a class with that bundle and we'll be doing some of those cards. Okay, the next one, if you flip to page 33, we've got the Fine Art Floral Suite. This is a really, really pretty suite. Two-step stamping, flowers, gold leafing, gold ribbon. The paper is absolutely gorgeous. So I really like this one because it's just a little bit different colors than what most of the samples are with that set. So the gold ribbon, again the curvy keepsakes die, so you can see she's used the one with the dots punched out. Happy birthday, a little bit of Wink of Stella, one of the ribbons from the big catalog, the designer paper, the gold ribbon, gold embossing, again the designer paper, the flower cut out, and again the ribbon, a little bit of Wink of Stella, some embossing powder. So while we're on that page, check out the gold, gilded gold. So gilded gold is gold leafing, gold gilding, gilded gold. It's just a very nice way of adding gold to your cards. So I'll be doing a class, I'm going to call it Goldfinger, because we'll be doing cards using all different techniques to use the gilded leafing. So you can use it on our foam adhesive foam shapes. You can use it on our tear and tape. You can use it on the wooden shapes. This one, I just used our green adhesive and put it out where I wanted it, let it dry, and put the gilded gold on it. You can also use it on the glue dots. So I've got 3 glue dots here, and the gold leafing, of course, sticks to those. You can use it on our adhesive sheets. So I just punched out the shape of the scoop and put the gold on that. Our tear and tape. So I put tear and tape around the edges and put my flowers in the middle and then use the gold gilding on that. And this is really pretty. It's the 2-step stamp from the Fine Art Floral, and just using the gold gilding on that. And just so you can see the difference, check out the difference it makes just doing different colors. I mean, the world is open. You can do all kinds of things. This is the set that has the embossing folder. If I could only get one embossing folder from the catalog, it would be this one. And you'll be seeing it in a lot more of the samples coming up. Okay, if I skip through to page 39, the Simply Succulents. So this set comes with the die and the stamps. I like this card. It's just stamping in the corner and the bottom. There's a die cuts to match the succulents. We've got new ribbon in this catalog. We've got 2 different purple ribbons in the catalog. Again, here's that new embossing folder. This die comes with the set of dies with the Simply Succulents. It's a really, really pretty die just on its own, or you can run the die through and then just stencil your colors, color with the dauber, color with whatever you want, and you could get a beautiful background using this as a stencil. Okay, now turn the page to Sand and Sea. This is a really neat set because for the first time ever, Stampin' Up! Has coordinated a set of stamps with an embossing folder with a die. So you can run the die through and get your shapes. Then you can put that into the embossing folder and get the texture, and then you can stamp them. So first time ever, and it is just a really, really nice way to work with your products. So in this one, she's cut them out and layered them all on the card. This is one that I did with the gilded gold. So I just ran the paper through the die to cut it out. Then I ran it through the embossing folder to give some texture. And then I did the gilded gold. Here's one just in the white where you can see she's done just the embossing folder to get the detail. The other thing you can do, and I've had great fun playing with this, if you use your white shimmer paint, frost white shimmer paint in the big catalog, you can take a piece of paper and just rub that shimmer paint over your paper, and it will totally change the color of your paper. So in this case, it's Rococo Rose paper, but look at the difference with the shimmer paint over top to the regular paper. So I just took my quarter sheet, ran the shimmer paint through, put it through the embossing folder, and you've got a gorgeous card. I did the same thing here, so you can see some of the gold ribbon, but you can see that shimmer. Night of Navy, and again, look at the difference between the white, the shimmer, and then the plain Night of Navy. And this one with the, I think, Elegant Eggplant. I can't remember what color I used. Best thing I found, we'll come across it later in the catalog, but we've got these wonderful, wonderful blending brushes. So what I did was I just took out a little bit of the shimmer paint onto one of our blocks, dabbed the brush in there, and then just sponged it over a quarter sheet of cardstock to get that look. And it dries pretty much instantly. Okay, continuing on, let's go to the strawberry set, page 44. So Stampin' Up! Has made a real effort to coordinate things. So you'll see we've got a strawberry set here, but when we come to the celebration catalog, we've got strawberry paper in the celebration catalog. I like this bundle because it's got a punch, and sometimes it's just easier punching than having to put something through the embossing folder. So the punch has a flower, a leaf, the strawberry, the top of the strawberry, and it's just really nice to be able to punch them out. A little bit of vellum on the back of that. This is using one of the blending brushes, so you get a very, very soft look when you use the blending brush. And I don't know if you can see that ribbon. That's our crinkle white ribbon, and again, by getting some ink on this blending brush, you can rub it over your ribbon and color the ribbon to get just a very nice soft ribbon color. Here's that embossing folder again in the background, a doily, the flowers and leaves from the strawberry set, and this is the paper from Celebration, but it coordinates so nice with the strawberries. Okay, if you turn the page, the next set I have samples for is the alligator. Gotta love this little guy, and I love the sayings with it. Sorry I snapped at you. Oh, snap. So the alligator said if you've got little ones in your life, I'm sure that they'd be thrilled to see the crocodile. Okay, page 48 and 49, we've got the ice cream suite. So again, that comes as a suite where you get everything, or it comes as a bundle where you just get the punch and the stamp set. Pretty, pretty purple ribbon. Very nice designer paper included in that set. Lots of different patterns in the designer paper. So check some of these out. The scoops. She's done the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder in the background on that one. Again, the ribbon, the designer paper. I like the words in that ice cream corner bundle. Very nice words. the designer paper, a little bit of Wink of Stella, the candy sprinkles, and of course the new ribbon. So in the designer paper, one of the patterns has this crosshatch that's perfect for the drumsticks. That punch is really, really versatile. If you turn the punch upside down, you've got a party hat or you've got banners. The little scoop on the ice cream can be used to make Mickey Mouse. It can be used to make teddy bears. You can put a party hat on the teddy bear. In this case, we've got the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, some of the designer paper, and of course the ice cream. Again, I really like the words in that set. The embossing folder again, the punch through the designing paper, and different pattern from the designer paper. You can see the ice cream cones and then the two that are stamped out. And again, very nice words, little bit of ribbon. Okay, the next set is the snail. So if you go to, just let me flip my catalog here, page 54, this is the snail mail bundle, and I haven't decided whether I like this one or not yet. I haven't ordered it yet, which is why I do swaps, is to get all the different ideas. So this is the toadstool from the set. The one thing I really, really like in here on page 55 is the little red and white resin hearts. And I've already used 2 or 3 packages of those. Got the little snail there. Again, the little white resin heart. This one I like, but I think it's because I really like the colors. I like the way she's used our Crystal Effects glitter on the eyes, the shimmer paint on the snail. So I really like that. Then if you flip the page, if you sell your cards, you know that you should have the copyright stamping up on the back of them. This is just a cute little set on page 56 that has the copyright stamping up stamp in it. So if you sell your cards, that's a good thing to know. And that's a nice set to have that has that copyright in it. Okay, page 61, pretty card with the butterflies. This is all one stamp. And of course you can see that embossing folder in the background. Some of our new oval glitter pearls. Here's another one. So she's probably stamped it 3 or 4 times and then cut out one of the butterflies. Okay, continuing on. Hopefully you're going to get some good inspiration from this and notice some things here that you haven't noticed before. The Well Suited on page 66 and 67. If you've got men in your life, this is a perfect set. The designer paper is all very typical of men's suits, men's shirts, a little bit of plaid. So the designer paper, it's got a bow tie, it's got a necktie. Again, the designer papers. But if you don't like that set for anything else, I love this card. So I used my plaid background stamp from the big catalog, stamped it in black ink on red. The pockets from the die make sleeves. And of course the suspenders, the buttons, cute little buttons. Don't know if you can see the detail on those, but cute little buttons. So to use that well-suited set, it doesn't have to be men's shirts and ties and suits. I quite like a little bit of Canadian on that one. Okay, if I turn the page, page 70, again, a book fold card using Soar Confidently. So again, your full strip of paper folded in half and then scored. So you've got that book fold. And I love this friend always does the envelopes. On the bottom of that page is where you'll find the blending brushes. When I first saw these, I thought they were just sponges, but they're like 1,000 little tiny fine hairs. They are absolutely wonderful to get a soft look on your cards. And also from Soar Confidently, the black and white paper, some rhinestones to add a little bit of contrast, and just an elegant card. Okay, my last sample from this catalog. I love this set. So this is designed by one of the $1 Million Achievers and Treasures of Life. So you can see again the little hearts, the grandpa, the word stamped, and then the heart stamped in the red. So hopefully this has given you some inspiration from the big catalog. Like I said, I don't know about you, but I need a starting point. I might change the color, I might change the layout, I might change the words, the whatever. But when I start making a card, I always need a starting point. So that's why I do swaps, and that's why I love to share inspiration with all of you. If you have any questions, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. And keep your eyes open because I'll be sending out a newsletter with some new classes. So have a good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.